The Upper Room works with various disadvantaged groups, from homeless people to ex-offenders to destitute migrants. We help them to improve their lives, to improve their employability, to take care of their basic needs like food, clothing, for homeless people. And then we help them to move on and rebuild their lives, get back into work, rebuild their relationships, and just generally make their lives much better than it was when they first come to us.
I've become a patron of the Upper Room because I really admire what they do. As I've visited the charity and seen a lot of what they're involved with, I think they do remarkable work amongst homeless people, amongst migrants, amongst ex-offenders. And I think one of the things that charities can do, especially small charities, local charities, is they can give a face to compassion. They can make sure that people who need help in poverty and disadvantage don't just have hand-downs from a kind of bureaucratic system, but can have a face, a person who can spend time with them and encourage them and give them the help they need. And local charities, it seems to me, can do that. They can give a kind of personal touch to the compassion that people so often need.
We have in total at the moment 3 major projects that the Upper Room runs. One of them is UO for Meals. UO for Meals is a project that provides food, clothing, toiletries to homeless people and people that just generally live in poverty.
The food project, which is our sort of core project, if you like, is probably the most important in that, because that actually gives people somewhere safe, warm and welcoming to come to get a nourishing, really good meal. And that gets them inside, gets them talking to people, talking to other guests here, talking to our volunteers and staff. And that may be an opportunity then to move them on into other services and see how we can help in other ways.
Now people are coming here not only for food, but sometimes they are just very lonely. That we have people that live in some sort of accommodation or in hostels or in council houses, but they don't have any chance to socialize with anyone, or they don't have any chance to cook at home. We are here to listen to them. We are here to help them. I think that's the first step of trying to get your life back.
When I was homeless, I was really lost. That was an experience that I could never imagine that I would go through. At the age of 17, with all my medical problems, I found it much more comforting to me to find some people like the Upper Room who could look after me.
I got a lot of barriers. I was drinking and smoking at the same time. I was not doing good at all. For the job I'm doing now is the things I love to do, like driving, and at the same time take responsibility for myself, load the van, delivery.
Second project is UO for Driving. UO for Driving is a project for that targets ex-offenders. So what we do is we help ex-offenders to avoid reoffending by providing them with opportunities to learn to drive.
We offer support with the theory tests in the first instance, and we also ask for 80 hours of voluntary work. The voluntary work is so that they gain experience working with other people, and helps to grow confidence. Some really good success stories with a lot of our students, and they've used driving for their jobs. And we've had Kevin, who's hoping to be a gas fitter. He's passed his exam, so the next stage is to use his licence for his job there.
I got my licence before I finished my gas engineering course, and I started my gas engineering course before I started getting my licence, so it worked out really well. Got myself back on track, built my relationships back with my kids, with their mum, and got my life back together.
What we aim to do is beyond helping people to gain their licenses and improve their employment chances, we want to help them to turn their lives around, to experience positive change.
And obviously the key aim is to stop people reoffending, to keep them out of prison. And certainly the figures suggest that our reoffending rates are way below what the national average is for people who successfully complete our programme. So it does really seem to be working and making a difference in that way.
The third project that we run currently is UO for Jobs. Now, UO for Jobs helps destitute migrants and other just disadvantaged groups to find work, including the individuals from our UO for Meals and UO for Driving projects. So UO for Jobs helps people with developing key work-based skills. Those are the 3 main projects that we do at the moment. But beyond that, as an organization, we position ourselves to handle disadvantage wherever we find it.
Since I've been on this project, I see a lot of people, their lives change because of this project, what they do to help people. Not only part of driving, but in their own personal life.
it doesn't take much for people to actually suddenly find themselves in very difficult circumstances. A lot of people don't have much in the way of savings built up. You lose your job, your relationship breaks down, you have an argument with your parents and move out of home. There are all sorts of circumstances that can very quickly lead to people finding themselves in a very bad way. In a society as sort of prosperous and developed as ours, it's really unacceptable that people are still suffering in that way and falling through the net. So, to be able to make a difference and actually, in a very practical way, contribute, I think is very important and very rewarding.
To be able to meet someone in a few years' time and be told that, remember when I came to your service and you helped us to do A, B, and C. To be able to see that and to be able to see that the person is doing really well at the moment always gives me great satisfaction. I'm always motivated by the difference that we can make, and I look forward to making a lot more difference with the Upper Room.